Hello, everyone. Welcome to Virtual Media Day for the championships. Excited you are all here. We are starting out with the bad man. Mills, why don't you go ahead and kick us off?
Hey, how's it going? It's MMA Locker Room, part of Puff Sports Radio. How you doing, Batman?
I'm well. Thanks for asking.
Man, I always ask you this, so it's only right, man. What's the message of the day? What's the word of the day?
Dominate. You got to let me know what my last ones have been. I got to I got to have a history list of what my words been. I don't want to use the same words, but this one's dominate. It's the only thing on my mind.
Got it. With that being said, man, I mean, you just signed that new contract. This is going to be what, your first fight in the new deal?
What new contract?
Oh, I remember seeing you a post about, when you did something with the PFL and extended the contract, got, a big pay, and you had your manager in there with you. And didn't you have a little post on something on your Instagram or something?
Nah, that's somebody else. Trust me, I ain't got no new contract for PFL.
Got it. I must be confusing
I'm looking for that bitch right now as we speak. So
I must be confusing it then, man. I'm confusing it with your new promotion that you were doing for your drink or something, right? You was out there, you had a new promotion promoting some type of liquid or something, right?
Well, I do got a Bud Light contract.
Got it.
Bud Light contract.
All right, man. Enough about that, man. Let's get down to it, man. I mean, what's better than fighting somebody who we like to call your arch rival enemy? But I mean, just talk to me a little bit about the mental preparation that it's going to take for you to keep all your emotions inside and not just try to punch them so much and hurt them.
Yeah, it's something that I've been working on. We did a good job in April, honing our emotions and doing the right things inside the cage and outside the cage. I believe we had an amazing camp this time around, and yeah, it's about not letting your highs too high and lows too low, so you can make sure that this performance is one to put a stamp on. Everybody wants that trilogy win. Everybody wants that win, that last one. I like to say the first one was a fluke. The second one was not that long ago. So we're looking to repeat the process and get the job done in any way or fashion.
Got it. And who do you think's gonna be able to get the title in this one, man? I know you're not able to get it, but if you was to give your pick out there, who do you think's gonna be able to take that title back in this fight?
I got Pinedo. I thought Pinedo won the first fight between the two. Braga's an amazing fighter, and he's done a great job with his dad in his corner and things like that. Impressed me a lot because I'm a father, and I hope to live the same dream the father of Braga is doing. But for sure, I got to go with the guy that I believe won the first time. I believe he beat the two best guys in the weight class from last year, him beating me in Locknane. And, he stormed the castle when it came to me. So, he taught me something that night that I was not prepared for. And I believe, he's just that type of scrappy fighter to get the job done.
And last one from me. So we haven't seen a heated rivalry like this in the promotion since, I would say, like Rufion Stotts and Danny Sabatello. They recently just fought again, and afterwards they even said, "Hey, man, we'll fight again in a parking lot." But they did show that formal respect and actually shake hands. Anyway, after this,
Nope. Kick rocks, get out of my face. I try to shake your hand, try to give you that closure last time. I told you in the cage, hey, this is done. We got no more ill will towards each other in Vegas. I got everybody in the crowd, everybody in the world that I want to be there at that moment. And if he wanted to do something, we could have definitely did something. And I let him know then, hey man, this Ventrell that we have is canceled. And he went back home and somebody gassed his ass up, told him that I put my balls on the back of his neck, and he came back with a vengeance, or came back with his mouth. And I was already the gentleman. I was already the nice guy. I was already the bad man, but a good guy. And he decided to override that. When me and him had a personal one-on-one, I told him, let's dead it. and he gave me an impression that he was about that. And he went home, and I'm evicting him. Today is not today, but Friday will be his last showing with me, and I will be evicting his process. I will be taking him out of this organization.
Recording in progress.
Breeze.
What's up, Bubba? It's Breeze with the MMA Breeze.
What's up, big dog?
Not a whole lot, man. Pumped to see you guys throw down for the third time. First question for me is just what's going to be different about this trilogy fight? You guys have both faced each other in 2 long bouts, seen a lot of each other's game. What makes this one different?
I think what's going to make this one different is I'm not going to be able to. I'm going to do what I want. Last time I did what I needed to get the victory. I just felt like it was too easy to wrestle him to the victory that I gave him. I was first round of the tournament, so I had some other things to prepare for and other things to look out for and safety, but there's nothing after this. I kind of want to talk to the commission, see if we can get some elbows in here since there ain't no other things going down after this. But I'm gonna be able to do what I want, not what I need.
Yep. Speaking of the elbows, Bubba, there was obviously the news of the acquisition or the merger with Bellator and PFL. You have a history with the other promotion, and obviously you have quite the run here with the PFL. What's your take on the acquisition or the merger, and what do you see for your future here now with the 2 promotions colliding?
Man, I love it. It's a beautiful thing. Anytime PFL is doing anything and making news, making waves, I'm appreciative of the guys at the higher ups doing these things, and especially to, strengthen the roster and get some other guys in here, get some other pigs to hunt in the woods is a good thing for me. So I'm excited about that. And there were a lot of Bellator fighters that was ducking and hiding behind management and hiding behind their little wave and their little train that they were on, and they were Bellator was allowing them to allow me to stay out of the fights and just put me on the side 6-7 months at a time. So that's one of the reasons why I asked for my release. You're not going to give me the fights that I want. You're not going to give me the opponents that I want. You're not going to give me anything that helps me go towards the championship. I'm going to ask for my release. But full circle, a table is made in the presence of your enemy, and that's what I've read before. So I'm excited about the fact that they got to come see me, because I'm the guy, I'm the big bad wolf where I'm at.
That's right. Last one from me on that note is there anybody on the Bellator roster, because you used to compete there, you're familiar with those guys, is there any 1 or 2 names that stick out to you that now has your juices flowing, saying, man, that's one guy I gotta face?
There's a couple of names out there that I'm excited to see. I'm not gonna give y'all that yet. I want anticipation for the next interviews that I give, I suppose, when it comes down. But also I'm truly focused on Karen right now. Karen, Thomas, and the rest of the Wades. There's probably 6 of them in my DMs right now, but Karen can get it first, and then we'll see what's happening later.
Best of luck, Bubba. Thank you.
Thank you.
Jay Christian.
Bubba Bad Man, how you doing, brother? Jay Christian, Gary Focus Fights Audio.
I'm good, buddy. Thank you.
I got a few questions to ask. I mean, the last time we seen you on a globally known PFL press session, it almost felt like the rest of the assembled masses, John Morgan and myself included, were huddled in the corner waiting for you and Chris to come to blows, man. But with this fight being deemed a grudge match, obviously it would have been better if you would have faced Brendan Lotney, but still it's you and Chris Wade. Would you say that after this particular fight, it's best for you and Wade to move on?
It's best for Wade to move on, yes. He'll be dealing with his 3rd loss this year. He's one of the most gifted from the PFL. They gift him all these things, and for him to get another fight, he was gifted to be in the playoffs. He's gifted to get another fight on the championship night. when it has nothing to do with him, and it hasn't had anything to do with him since Moblet was healthy. Yeah, he's going to be dealing with his third loss this year. He'll know that as long as I breathe and live, he's got no sniff at the title, and therefore he can pack his bags and get moving. He said he lives rent free. Well, that eviction notice is in, and it definitely wasn't free last time. He paid that rent.
Right. You probably might have to do like what Dolomite did in Coming to America. But still, though, second question I want to ask, and I know that Breeze already opined on this, but with the possibility of you facing off against Bellator's best again, would you hope that your next fight after facing Chris Wade be against a top Bellator contender?
Absolutely. I'm looking forward to testing the waters over there with some of the names that either declined to fight me or got management involved so we couldn't fight, or had a hype train going that management didn't want to knock off. And knowing that I'm the type of fighter that I am, they knew that was very possible. So I'm excited to have that card split in the block.
I see. And my final question, I mean, obviously this week is Thanksgiving week after all. And tomorrow is Thanksgiving. If you were not fighting on this card, what would be your go-to Thanksgiving dish?
See, I'm not a traditional Thanksgiving guy because, my family comes from a bunch of different places. So we have a ton of different food, but I'm naturally a seafood guy. And, I'm putting lobster on my menu regardless. Lobster, crab, and shrimp are going to get on the table at any big eating family gathering there is. So that was something seafood, something swimming, something that's got a shell on it is coming this way.
Understood. But other than that, best skill to you. I know that you and Chris Wade are going to beat the crap out of each other, but I hope that y'all make it out of this.
It's going to be one-sided like our interviews and like the last fight. Ain't going to be no beat the crap out of me. I can tell you that right now.
Okay, brother.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
All right, Mike Pendleton, last question for Bubba, please.
Hey, Bubba, I'll make it a two-part then. How much urgency, you've talked about this rivalry and pretty one-sided from your standpoint. How persistent are you to go in there and get the finish? Obviously, I know when you have a rivalry, you want to close the chapter in an emphatic way. And looking to do that this weekend, you've mentioned Bellator, you've mentioned the merge, all that. Not only this sense of pride in closing this rivalry, but what sense of pride do you have having this merger happen and you representing PFL? You talked about how Bellator did you dirty back in the day. So just a two-part on what it would mean to close out this rivalry with Chris with a finish and what it means to represent PFL instead of Bellator as this merger comes together.
Well, it's super urgent that I close this rivalry out in grand fashion. I felt as though I let the clock slip away as far as looking to get the job done, as far as looking for a finish in the last fight. I was preparing for other fights in the season. So, I didn't really look to push the needle on that fight. I felt like me wrestling him and staying safe and not getting any injuries was the best and the smartest route. But with nothing after this fight, being that it's the last fight on the season, I'm looking to be one of the first to knock him out or finish him in grand fashion. I don't think he's been finished like that before. And I'm looking to do that. And the Bellator question, I'm excited about what they have going, what they had going, and what PFL is now bringing to the table. And I'm ready to eat, with Thanksgiving on the horizon and PFL giving me a Christmas gift and Karen. I'm excited about the things that PFL is going to be doing, and I'm a part of it in a big way. Representing them is for sure a plus for me. I love everything about PFL, the higher ups, from the camera people to the interviewees to PFL is definitely my favorite organization over all the years. And, I've been in a lot of corners to coach and this and that. And, I haven't always liked being in or the organizations, but PFL is creme de la creme of it all, and I'm excited to see what they put on my plate.
Appreciate the time. All the best this weekend. Happy holidays to you and your family.
All right, buddy. Thank you. You too.
All right, Bubba, thank you so much. Let's get you over to the other room.
All righty. That was cool.